Hey, hello and welcome once again to my YouTube channel. This reflex image. If this is the first time visiting, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and also turn on the notification icon. And if you're already a subscriber, thanks a lot for that. So in this video, I'll be showing you how to do a basic manipulation. I call it basic because it's kind of simple and straightforward to do. I'll be really adding some PNG files, some accessory like the crown she'll be wearing, and also the bracelet on her arm. So that will be the only complicated thing in this video. So I'll be showing you how to do that, and also I'll be dropping the overlay I use and the PNG file for free for you guys to download. And if you don't know, I just clicked 10,000 subscribers and I'm giving out free files worth of 10,000 overlay PNG loads and preset. If you want to know how to gain access to that, watch my previous video which I dropped on the 30th of June. Yeah, 30th of June. That was when I clicked my 10k subscribers, and you'll be able to gain access to the overlays there. Trust me, they are kind of very good for you to use for manipulation, and I actually use them. If you see some of my previous video, that's what I use there. So in this video now, we'll be doing some basic manipulation here. So with no further ado, let's jump into action. This picture was taken with Canon 6D, a 3-light setup, a Godos 8200 Pro as the major lights, and 2 TT 520 flash as the gel and a backup light also. So, and I'm using a 50mm prime lens, my shutter speed at 1/160, my aperture at f/3.2. You can see all the details there. My ISO at 250. So here the details of how I shoot the picture, and also it's been shot on RAW. So I will be doing some basic adjustments here, or I can just leave it this way. Like the highlight, I'm going to bring down the highlight because the white is too much, and also the white I'll bring it down. I think I'm good with the settings right now, so I just have to open it in my Photoshop. So I wait for it to load up. So once it does, as you all know, the first step to my manipulation is my background extension. And as you all know, the best size I love using while cropping out my picture is my 4x5 pixel. So I'll just go to my crop, I'll click on crop, I'll make sure it's on 4x5. If it's not there, you just scroll down here and select it, 4x5 bracket 8x10. Click on it. So it's going to make this selection for you. Then you're going to expand it to whatever location you want it to be. So let me say I want it around this way. I just have to click on my OK. That being said, now the next thing I'll be doing right now is just to click on my rectangle marquee 2. It's over here. Rectangle marquee 2. It's under my elliptical marquee 2. So the way I got it is that I just long click on it right now, as you can see. Then I'll click on it. So I'm going to scroll over this area. I'm going to scroll down. Once I'm done with that, then I'll hit my Ctrl T for free transform. Ctrl T. Once I hit it, now I can now hold down my shift key. If you have to pay attention, you see there's a box here. So the box, you are going to drag it here until you're no longer seeing any blemishes again, which is around this way. Then I'll click on my OK. Ctrl D to deselect. So we'll do the same thing for this left hand side also. I'm going to click on it. As you can see right now. Ctrl T for free transform. Hold down the shift key, then drag left also until you're no longer seeing the blemishes there again too. Then click on your OK, Ctrl D to deselect. So we are going to do the same thing on this down aspect also. So you're going to scroll over here, then Ctrl T for free transform, hold down your shift key, then drag down. Click on your OK, Ctrl D to deselect. As you can see, someone might actually thought the background is this wide. Someone that did not know the step will go through in achieving this. So the person might just think the background is this wide, and it's kind of seamless also. So you can just start color grading your picture this way, then export. You don't need to remove any blemishes again from the background. So if you don't have time while editing picture, or your picture is just a simple plain picture like a corporate picture, because some people do make this mistake, and I'm going to be sharing this tip too. Not every picture we want to do an extreme manipulation with. There are some pictures you just have to leave the way it is. You just have to smoothen the background, then color grade them. So bringing in overlay doesn't work for all pictures, except the overlay that can work for all pictures is if you want to bring in a Canva overlay Probably you want to change it to a texture background, that's all. But bringing an additional file might not look good in some picture. But for pictures like this, which is kind of different, a entire concept on its own, it's better for you to do extreme manipulation here. It's going to bring out the beauty of the picture. This is giving me an art vibe right now, you know, tying the outfit and stuff, giving me an art vibe. So for me to make the picture look more nicer, I have to go with the art vibe stuff again to make it look nicer. So that being said, now the next step we'll be doing is that the way the clothes is being tied is not bringing out our full shape. So it's supposed to be a body hug the way we tied it, but since we are unable to do that, I'm going to be doing that right now in my post processing. So how are we going to do that? The first thing is for you to duplicate our background by clicking on Ctrl J. Then we'll go to our filter. Under filter, we'll click on liquidify. So click OK, wait for it to load up. Wait for it to load up. Okay, so here is it right now. Just have to zoom in. So move closer to this side. We are using the brush, this pulse brush here, forward warps too. So I'm going to increase the size a little bit. Then I'm going to, as you can see, I'm going to stock it in. Where I was stocking, where I'm to stock out, I'll stock out. So just to make sure the cloth is fitted, to make it look nicer. So that's what I'm doing right now. So you can take your possible time to do this. I'll be dropping the picture for you guys to practice with. Also give me feedback on the editing process also. And if you have any issue, just let me know. I'm going to be putting you through with the manipulation. So as you can see right now, we're making the cloth look slim fitted. Making it look slim fitted. And also let's just give her a little bit of both. Let's enhance our shape a little bit. As you can see, let's enhance it a little bit. So please don't overdo this. If you overdo it, it won't look nice again. So as you can see right now, as you can see, here's the before and here is the after. Look at how nice it looks with just few seconds. Look at what we just achieved using our liquidify tool. So we do use our liquidify tool to change shapes also. As you can see, that's what we are doing right now. So let me just flatten the stomach a little bit. Let me flatten it up a little bit. Okay, as you can see, I'm trying to enhance the clothes to make it look more nicer, more organized. So that's what I'm trying to do here right now. So now here is the before of it and here is the after. Look at how nice it looks. So make sure you just do it, don't overdo it please. It's not going to look natural again. So as you can see, here is the before and here is the after. So once you're done with that, just have to click on your OK. Wait for it to load up. Then you mesh the both layer together up and down by clicking on Ctrl Shift and E, as you can see right now. So the next step for you to do now is to start your retouching process. So after you're done with that, you can now start the manipulation zone. But as you all know, I won't be doing retouching here. I'll be bringing in the picture which I've already retouched. Then I'm going to show you how I did the program manipulation. So let's go on a 1 minute break. See you guys in the next 1 minute. I'm done with the retouching. So took my time to do the retouching, and I've actually applied a little bit of dust to it. Now look at how glossy the skin is. But as you can see, I'm back to the background layer. I've flattened the image back so that I can show you the step again, so that you won't miss any step when it comes to the manipulation. It won't be as if I've actually skipped a particular step. So now if you have extend and do everything, I think you should be able to flatten your image like this by clicking on Ctrl Shift plus E. So once you click that, it's going to turn it back to your background layer. So that being said, now the next thing we'll be doing right now is to remove our model from the background. So to do that, firstly click on Ctrl J, make sure you have two layers here. So the layer we'll be working right now is our layer 1. So now we are going to be selecting our image out of it. So there are so many tools you can use. So I prefer using firstly my quick selection tool. Let me show you how it works. So click on quick selection, then click on select subject. So you are going to wait for it to load up. Wait for the AI to make selection for you. So once it does, sometimes it does not do the selection perfectly like now, but it will give you a head start. So you just have to make the amendment yourself by either using addition, subtraction, or go back to your polygonal axle tool. Then you're going to add to your selection this way, something like this. Then you add to the selection. If it is subtraction, you click on the subtraction also. As you can see right now, I've actually added to my selection. So that's how I'm going to do it. But me, I already have my selection on ground. So I've already saved the selection to save me the stress of coming back to the selection again. But actually, you should be able to know the tools. You can use your polygonal axle tool. You can use your quick selection tool. You can even use a magnetic axle tool. And sometimes while using this quick selection and select subject, it will copy it out for you perfectly fine. But what we'll be doing right now is just to go to our filter. Under filter, we go to select. Under select, we go down to modify. We go down to load selection. Click on our load selection. Now on this document, we are going to click on it. We're going to make sure we are still in the document we are working on. Then on the channel, from transparency, we change down to the one. I just save it to this. So this is the name I saved it to. It. Click on it. Then I just have to click on my OK. So as you can see, it's going to bring back the selection I made for me. So very easy and straightforward. All I just need to do right now is just to click on my max, layer max. Click on it and it's going to max it for me. So as you can see now, I've actually removed my model from the background perfectly fine. So that being said, now we can now start the manipulation. So the first thing is for we to just go back. We actually worked on our layer 1 right now. So for we to bring in our value now, we have to click on our background layer back, so that anything we do will be in between our background layer and our layer 1. So I just have to go to where my files are located. I'll search for them. I'll search for where my overlays are. So I'm going to look for my overlays. I'll look for where it is, the one I'll be using right now. Once I see it, I'll just drag it down to my Photoshop and change the blend mode. Then we can just call it a day. So let me keep searching for it. Okay, this is the actual one I made use of. So I'll just drag it down to my Photoshop. I'll drag it down. So once it loads up, I'll wait for it to load up. So once it does, I'll just expand it till it's going to fit in the entire document where I want it to be. So I'll drag it this way. Then I'll click on my OK. Wait for it to load. So this time around, I just have to change the blend mode from normal, change it down to soft light. But as you can see, it actually came with its own color, which we don't like. So just click on your Ctrl U, then bring down the saturation. So you can see it's going to return the color back to our initial color. And now it's actually a little bit too much. So under the opacity, you're going to drag it down to whatever you want it to be until you see fit. Once you're done with it, just have to click on your OK. So that being said, we are done with bringing in the overlay. So what we'll be doing right now is to bring in the bracelet and the crown we talked about earlier on. So all I just need to do, just to go back to my file manager again. Then I'll go to where the crown is. I'll go to where it is. Okay, here's the crown over here. I'll just be dragging down to my Photoshop, dragging down this way. Now I'm going to reduce the size, reduce it. I will reduce it from the side. Then I'm going to turn it. I'll still reduce it again. I'll click on my OK. If I'm to drag it now, as you can see, it's going below our head, which is supposed to be above. The issue is that this is the layer, these are over here. So I'm going to drag it above her. As you can see right now, it's actually brought it back to the front. So I'm just going to adjust it this way. Ctrl T, zoom in very well so I can see what you're doing. So I'm just going to reduce it, turn it this way. I'll bring it down. I'm going to adjust it so that it's going to fit our head perfectly. As you can see right now, it's actually fitted our hair perfectly. So that being said, now we're going to bring in the other file again, which is the bracelet I'll be wearing on our arm since we were not able to get the accessory right in my studio. So just go back to my file manager again. Then I'll drag the bracelet. This is it. I'm going to drag into my Photoshop again. Drag it down. So zoom out, so that I can reduce the size. Can reduce the size of it. So drag it to where we want it to be. Let's reduce the size again. So we can zoom in back now, so that we can know where it's going to be. So this one, it takes a little bit of attention for it to make it look real. So keep dragging until you actually get what you need. Keep dragging. I think it's okay around this way. I think it's okay around this way. Okay. Then I'll click on my OK right now. So, but it's not looking all that real, it's looking manipulated. Firstly, bring down the opacity so that I can see the layer below, right? So the next thing we'll be doing right now is to create a mask on it. Pick your normal brush, make sure the color is on black, then make sure the opacity is on 100. So click on your OK, reduce the brush size, zoom in very well so that I can see what you are doing. So I'm going to be cleaning up some area like this, as you can see, to make it seem as if it's bending towards the back. Hope you get what I meant by that. So let me clean up this area also. Let me clean this off. So let's just make it as real as possible. So as you can see right now. So we'll do the same thing here also. Do the same thing here. Let me clean up this area. Let me clean this off also. So now let's increase the opacity back to 100% and see what we have. Boom. As you can see right now, it looks as if she's the one wearing the actual bracelet. Look at how cool it is. So easy peasy. You can add even earrings. We have earrings, we have neck chain, we have stuff, you have watches that you can actually add to your picture in post-processing to make it look nice and stuff. And pictures like this require it a lot, except if you are shooting a corporate picture, an official picture. I don't think you should go extreme end to do the manipulation. But if you are shooting something like this, something artistic in nature, to make your picture look nice, I will prefer you to go this way. So now that being said, now we can now start our color grading process. So let's go on a short break. See you guys in the next 30 seconds. Welcome back, guys. So for me to start my color grading process now, the first thing I'll be doing right now is to create an empty new layer at the top of everything. So this time around, as you can see, there is a yellow gel coming from this direction. So I want to recreate the gel on the background. I'm going to change the color to yellow over here. Then I'll pick my gradient tool, I'll make sure it's on this second one, which is the circular one. Then I'm going to drag from this direction, as you can see right now. So yeah, I want to make the gel coming from this direction to look reddish in color. So I'll change the color to red. Then I'm going to drag from here also, and then meets at the middle. Ctrl Z. Let me redo it again. As you can see right now. So that being said, now I just have to reduce the opacity of it. As you can see, it looks kind of real in nature. So now we can start with using our lot and stuff. But as you all know, my color grading process starts from me using my vintage. For me to do that, I just have to click on my clicker marker tool, hold down my shift key, then I'm going to circle around my object like this, around this way. I think it's okay. Then I'm going to invert the selection by clicking on Ctrl Shift and I. After that, I'll go to my adjustment layer. I click on my color, solid color, make sure it's on 100% black. Then after I'm done with that, I just have to click on the max. It's going to load up the feather for me. Then I'm going to increase the feather. I think 654 is okay. Then I'll click the opacity, I'll turn it down to about 25. I think 24 is okay. I'll click on my OK. Even without using the lot or anything, you can actually export your picture this way and it's going to look nice. It's going to look perfect. But as you all know, there's a lot I love using that harmonize all my pictures look together when it comes to manipulation, which we call my Mela chocolate. So I'll just click on my adjustments layer over here. I'll click on my color lookup. Once I'm done with that, I just have to go to my blend mode, to my color lookup, then I'll pick my Mela chocolate, and boom, automatically it's going to create a low light image for us. And manipulation like this are best served when it comes with low light. But if you guys notice, we missed something in this manipulation, which is a statue, a piece of artwork that I dropped over here. So we can still do that since we are yet to merge our picture together. So we can still do that right now. But for you to do that, we have to do it below all these our color grading layer. Here's our color grading layers over here. So here's our model layer. We are going to click on the model layer, then go back to our file manager to pick what we need up. So now go to my PNG collections. I'll search my PNG collections. Then I'll bring it out. I'll search for it and bring it out. Okay, here's what I'm looking for. So I'll just drag it down to my Photoshop, wait for it to load up, then I'll reduce it to whatever size I want it to be. I'll click on my OK to place it. But the issue I'm having right now, if I'm to zoom it in, it's going to look as if I just drop it on top, and you know it's on the fabric. So for you to blend it in with the fabric, so just create a mask on it. Make sure you pick your brush, 100% opacity, and make sure the color is on black. Increase your brush size, then clean up the footer area a little bit. It's going to seem as if it's inside the clothes. The hardness of the brush, turn it to 100% and clean it this way. So you can see right now, you're going to look as if the fabrics is covering the outfit, the artifact a little bit. So, and that's all for today's tutorial, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and also turn on the notification icon. If you're interested in getting any of my files, you will need them. It's not mandatory, but it's necessary for you to get them. So if you're interested in getting anyone, just let me know. You can contact me via my WhatsApp, my Telegram, even my Instagram. I'm available on all platforms, so contact me there and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And also anticipate my video course is dropping soon, and I know you're going to benefit from it also. One love, guys.